Hey everyone, it's Andy here, and today I'm going to talk a bit about the new $300 extra stimulus payment that was passed as part of the COVID Relief Act a few weeks ago. A lot of questions have been getting of when this $300 payment is being made. It's being done by state UI agencies, so a lot of questions about which states are paying, which are not. Given our experience with the previous two programs, especially the lost wages assistance, which was also $300, we expect this to take some time for all the states to roll out, given all the other changes that have to be rolled out. But the good news is I've got a state-by-state payment tracker for you, and I'm going to show that to you today, and as well as cover some of the program questions I've been getting around this. As always, please like or subscribe down below. The more people like this, the more people subscribe. It helps me keep growing this channel and keep doing videos like this, which I hope help many people like you. So, what is a $300 weekly federal pandemic unemployment compensation program? So, this program was basically instituted as part of the CARES Act. It was a $600 payment back in March to July 31st. That program was very successful. It almost provided 130% of people's weekly wages for about 75% of people in America. It then sort of finished July. There was no funding left, and then they tried to do another small program. President Trump passed executive order to get a $300 lost wages assistance program. That program was the same amount, but it worked differently. You needed to have $100 minimum UI. This one is similar to the first $600 FPUC program, where you only need to be receiving $1 under existing programs. Now, every state program has a minimum more than $1. So basically, if you qualify for your regular state unemployment, pandemic unemployment assistance, PUA, extended benefits, EB for states which have high unemployment, or pandemic emergency unemployment compensation, PEUC, you will get this. There is no action needed. But it's important to remember this is only available for the period of December 27th, 2020 to March 13th, 2021. It will not be paid before the date and it won't be paid after this date. So a lot of people have been saying, is it retroactive to when the LWA or the last 600? No, it only is retroactive to December 27th. Now, some states are taking a while to roll this out. The bill that passed funding for this only got approved on December 29th. So there's been a lot of back and forth, and a lot of states are still rolling this out, and I'll show you the tracker shortly. But what this means is even if your state pays it out sometime, say in January or even February, potentially with some bad states, Florida, Virginia, for example, who were terrible with the last two programs, they will retroactively pay you back to December 27th if you're eligible for every week. So the maximum payment you get is $3,300 over 11 weeks. So even if you get paid in January, you should get back pay, retro pay back to December. It won't be before that. The other thing is, even if you have benefit weeks under PUA and PUC after March 13th, because you're allowed to use them until April 10th, you will not be able to get a $300 payment. So it's strictly for those 11 weeks. And if you qualify before or after those 11 weeks, you won't get the $300 payment. So that's really important. Those are two probably big rules. One is that you have to have $1 and it can only be paid after this date. And finally, there is no action needed for you to get this payment. If you qualify for unemployment in between December 27th and March 13th, you will get this payment. So I'm sure the big question most people have is, but when will I get it? And this is the $300 or $3,300 question, depending on how many weeks you're eligible for. Some states, like I've said, I've visioned it and have already rolled this out. Some are still in the process of rolling out because they have to first ensure that people can sign up for the extended PUA and PUC and extended benefits to get some level of unemployment so that they can get the $300 on top of that. So there's sort of multiple programs have to be in place for that. What I've done is I've put in a state in tracker for all the $300 payments. It's a very simple savingtoinvest.com/300, and I'll post some links in the description and you'll see it later on. But this state tracker will essentially allow you to see where your state is. Now I'm monitoring this daily, multiple sources. If you find some updates, please leave a comment here. But hopefully this tracker will give you an idea of when your state's going to pay it out and where you can go to get more information. So let me show you that state tracker shortly now. You can see it here now. So, and the link is there below. You'll see that there. So what this is, it's very simple. It'll just show you the state, and it'll show you when it's paying and sort of the date that the payment is confirmed. Now, the payment confirmation date doesn't mean that this is the date. It'll actually be tied to your benefit weeks. And so even if it's, for example, January 7th. You may actually get it the week of January 10th or January 9th, depending on when the state administers their unemployment payments. It may also come with your existing unemployment and as a separate payment, or it can be combined into one. Again, this will also be taxed at 10%, so be aware of that. So you should maybe see an amount which is $270, but just be aware of this. These are the states that are currently paying it as of the date of this video. So Alabama, Arizona, California, Connecticut have all started. If you want more information, you can click on the blue links here and they'll take you to the page. Either it's a more resource page, or I'll actually have a source where some states where I haven't got a full resource page, but it'll show you where it's being paid. So it's important to realize that even though the states may be paying it, if you, for example, ran out of or exhausted your benefits before December 27th, when the extensions were in place, you first need to reactivate or recertify for your new PUA or PUC or regular unemployment, so that the state knows that you're getting at least $1 of unemployment, and then they will start paying the 300 FPUC. Now, if that process takes a couple of weeks because the state's still implementing it, don't stress out. They will catch you back up. By law, they have to pay you up going back to December 27th. And there will absolutely be some states that do take several weeks to get it out there. The thing is, from what I'm reading and what I've talked to some experts, it should all be done by mid-January. But what the challenge really is around the PUA program, that has some more requirements, some more documentation verification. So that's taking some time. So people who are still waiting to be able to recertify or file a new claim for PUA may have delays in being able to get this payment. Again, the $300 payment will be automatic if you qualify for unemployment in a given week that you've certified. So you don't have to do anything more. You can't call up someone and say, hey, where's my $300 payment? The first thing is check if you're getting unemployment, you'll get this payment. So you can see a lot of states have rolled it out and have got programs, and there's every state's got a slightly different payment schedule, and it'll be tied to the verification of the existing employment. So please go in and check it out. I hope Florida is better this time. They were terrible with the last two programs, same as Hawaii. But you'll see states like Maine and Michigan. Now this table is being updated daily. I think by the end of this week you'll have a lot more filled in. So please go in and check it. The link is there below. You can go and check if your state is there, and then there'll be links again to where I've got the information for this date. And if these change, please let me know. I've tried to do it as accurately as possible, but I understand some of these dates change based on how quickly states update their systems. But you can see here, I would say about 30% of states have now implemented this program. I expect it to be 50% by the January 10th, and then all the states should be mostly in place by mid-January to late January at the worst. So this hopefully will help you get information quickly and where to find more information on getting the payment if you have any questions. So hopefully that was a quick overview of the table for the $300 FPUC tracker. You can find the link below there, savingtoinvest.com/300 to see the latest details. I'm updating this several times a day, so please go back and check it often if your state has not been updated. And again, this is informational. I'll definitely say go get the final information from your state UI website. Your UI portal should also be updated when this $300 payment is going to be made to you, so you should have some visibility into that. And of course, if you found this information useful, I would really appreciate it if you could like, or even better, subscribe to get more videos like this as all the new unemployment programs come out, including a potential $2,000 stimulus payment, which I'll be posting on shortly. Thanks.